show you how great I am.
I'm gonna float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. I am the king of the world.
G5Jeff TV, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Please share this video, support your boy. Support good content at all times. All social media is in the description box, and please hit that bell icon so you be notified when I drop that heat. This video is sponsored by my boy Fast Classic. His mixtape is in the description box. It is absolutely free. Definitely give him a download, give him a listen. And this video is sponsored by my boy Matt. Definitely check his apparel out on IG at We All From. Now, the return of Anthony Yarde, February 23rd, 2019, against Mehdi Amar, is a slight step-up fight, but I'm not going to lie, it's disappointing. It's disappointing, and I'm going to tell you why. Because he's been rumored to, be in a fight. Name is linked with Sullivan Barrera. That's a real nice step up fight for Anthony Yarde, and that's a good fight for Sullivan Barrera as well. And I guess the fight just didn't materialize. It might materialize down the line, but it just didn't go down for this particular date. Also, Sullivan Barrera name in the past was linked to Artur Beterbiev, and that fight didn't happen. Now, Frank Warren actually turned down that fight. Frank Warren and Anthony Yarde actually turned down that fight, and I know I did a video in the past about that, wondering if Anthony Yarde was even ready for that type of fight, but Frank Warren actually just turned that fight down. Anthony Yarde's name has been linked up with several light heavyweights at 175, and they would be definitely step up fights. And I thought that he would take a step up fight in 2019. Now, don't get me wrong, 2019 just started. I know that. But Frank Warren is known for bringing his fighters along pretty slowly and carefully. Because he's doing the same. He's done the same thing with a lot of other fighters. Don't get me wrong. He does a good job in bringing up his prospects. He kind of reminds me of Bob Arum when it comes down to that aspect. But this guy that he's fighting, he has a respectable record. Respectable fighter, but you just want to see Anthony Yarde in the ring with somebody that's going to give him some pushback. Now, we all know that Anthony Yarde, is basically learning on the job, didn't have a whole lot of amateur experience. He's just a physically gifted guy, in terms of just physique. And, with the physique, you would think he'd be stiff, and he's not really stiff. He moves around pretty well, lets his hands go pretty well, but you could tell he goes into every fight thinking that his opponent is scared of him. That's how he goes into the fight, and you can actually see himself trying to think his way through fights and trying to execute certain things that he's doing in training camp. Like, he's not, really like fluid. Like, you could tell like he's still raw. But Anthony Yarde is a big name, and people want to see him up against some competition, and that's really going to be the challenge for Anthony Yarde in 2019. I mean, if he gets past this fight on February 23rd, if he continues to fight this level of competition, we could see Anthony Yarde 3 or 4 more times this year against this type of competition. Any Frank Warren card a month or two apart, Anthony Yarde is probably on it against this level of an opponent. And when it comes down to prospects, I mean, when do you know when your guy is ready for a step-up fight? That's the $1 million question with any manager, any promoter, or any fighter. The thing with Anthony Yarde is you really don't know, period. If you ran a case study on this, you could find cases where guys are ready after a couple of fights, and then you got guys that didn't get the opportunity till 25, 30 fights into their career. So it really depends on the fighter. And me personally, I think the step up fight depends on the style matchup in terms of the opponent. But we're not going to know about Anthony Yarde until he gets into the ring with some competition. And on top of that, he gets hit with a shot. We're not going to know anything about Anthony Yarde until he gets hit with a shot. And he's at a weight class where pretty much everybody cracking in 175. So until Anthony Yarde gets hit with a shot, and it can be in this level type of fight or in a step-up fight, until we see Anthony Yarde battle some adversity, me, the fans, Frank Warren, or Anthony Yarde, for that matter, does not know what's going to happen in a step-up fight. But we're going to see him on February 23rd. I'm looking forward to it. I like seeing Anthony Yarde fight, and I just want to see how far he can actually go in his career. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. G5Jeff TV. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Please share this video. Support your boy. Support good content at all times. I appreciate y'all. Peace.